Do you wake up once, twice, maybe even more times every night just to use the bathroom? If so, you're not alone. Millions of older adults across the United States deal with this every night. It's called nocturia, and while it might seem like just a part of getting older, it can seriously impact your sleep, your energy during the day, and even your overall health. But here's the good news. This is something you can do something about. Many people assume that waking up to urinate is just something they have to live with, but that's not true. There are practical, proven steps that can help you sleep longer, wake up less often, and feel more refreshed in the morning. In this video, we're going to walk through 8 powerful techniques that really work. These are easy to follow, medically backed, and have helped so many people, especially older adults, get better sleep and better health. So whether this has been bothering you for a few weeks or several years, stay with me. This is your time to learn, reflect, and take back control of your nights. Let's get started. Tip 1. Limit fluids before bed. One of the simplest and most effective ways to reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom is to limit how much you drink in the hours before going to bed. It might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook this. The goal isn't to stop drinking entirely. Staying hydrated is still important, but the timing and the type of fluids you drink in the evening can make a huge difference. Here's what the experts recommend. Try to reduce your fluid intake about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. That means if you go to bed at 10, you'll want to start slowing down your drinking by around 7 or 7:30. Instead of drinking a full glass of water late in the evening, try just a few small sips if you're thirsty. This gives your body time to process the fluid before you lie down, which can reduce the urge to urinate during the night. Also, be mindful of drinks that stimulate urine production. These are called diuretics, and they include things like coffee, tea, soda, and alcohol. Even herbal teas, which may seem relaxing, can have a mild diuretic effect. And while a glass of wine might help you fall asleep, it can also increase nighttime urination and cause disrupted sleep later on. This is especially important for older adults. As we age, our bodies produce less of a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, which helps us retain fluids during sleep. That means more fluid is turned into urine overnight, even if you didn't drink very much. By limiting fluids in the evening, you're working with your body's natural rhythm, not against it. And it's a small shift, but it's one that can have a big impact. By simply adjusting when and what you drink, you can take the first step toward more peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. Tip 2. Elevate your legs before bed. Now here's a tip that not many people think about, but it can be surprisingly effective, especially if you deal with swelling in your legs or ankles during the day. Try elevating your legs in the evening before you go to bed. This simple habit helps your body move fluid out of your lower limbs and process it before you lie down for the night. Throughout the day, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting or standing, fluid tends to pool in your legs due to gravity. When you finally lie down to sleep, that fluid starts to return to your bloodstream. Your kidneys then process it and send it to your bladder, which is one big reason you end up waking up in the middle of the night needing to go. To reduce this effect, try lying down in the evening with your legs elevated for about 30 minutes to an hour before bedtime. You can use a couple of pillows under your calves and feet, or sit in a reclining chair that lifts your legs above your heart level. This helps your body reabsorb and redistribute fluid while you're still awake, not after you've fallen asleep. Medical experts often recommend this technique for people with conditions like chronic venous insufficiency, varicose veins, or heart failure, all of which can cause fluid buildup in the lower body. But even if you don't have those conditions, this practice can still help prevent nighttime urination. It's easy, it's free, and it's surprisingly relaxing. Many people find that this simple adjustment not only helps with nocturia, but also improves circulation, reduces swelling, and even relieves tension in the legs. You're preparing your body for a better night's sleep in a very natural way. So before you head to bed tonight, take a moment to put your feet up. You might just sleep better because of it. Tip 3. Practice double voiding. Here's a practical tip that can make a big difference, and it only takes a few extra minutes each night. It's called double voiding. That means going to the bathroom twice before bed, not because you forgot something, but because it helps ensure your bladder is as empty as possible before you sleep. Here's how it works. You go to the bathroom as usual. Then after about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe after brushing your teeth, putting on your pajamas, or finishing a short task, you go again. Often people are surprised at how much more urine they're able to release during that second trip. This extra step can prevent that sudden urge to urinate not long after you've fallen asleep. As we get older, our bladder muscles weaken and we may not fully empty the bladder during a single trip to the bathroom. That leftover urine can quickly trigger the need to go again. Double voiding helps clear out that residual urine, giving you a longer, more restful stretch of sleep. This tip is especially helpful for people with conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, often known as an enlarged prostate, or for those with weaker pelvic muscles. It's also recommended for people who have experienced urinary tract infections or issues with bladder control. And the best part is, you don't need any equipment or medication to do it. Just a small shift in routine. Bladder health is about habits, and this one is both easy and effective. Try it tonight. Give yourself a little extra time before bed. 2 quick trips to the bathroom instead of 1. It might sound simple, but sometimes it's the smallest changes that lead to the biggest improvements in how well you sleep. Tip 4. Adjust your diet to support bladder health. When we talk about nighttime urination, most people immediately think about how much they drink. But what many do not realize is that what you eat can be just as important, though sometimes even more. Certain foods have a direct impact on how your bladder behaves. And if you find yourself waking up several times during the night, what is on your dinner plate could be playing a bigger role than you think. Let us start with the common culprits. Some foods can irritate the bladder lining, making it more sensitive and more likely to send urgency signals to your brain, even when your bladder is not full. These foods include spicy dishes, tomato-based sauces, citrus fruits like oranges and grapefruits, vinegar, chocolate, and artificial sweeteners. Even some seemingly healthy foods like pineapple or lemon can trigger bladder irritation in sensitive individuals. Now, you do not need to eliminate everything all at once. The goal is not to make eating stressful, it is to be mindful. Try keeping a simple food journal for 1 or 2 weeks. Note what you eat in the afternoon and evening and how often you wake up at night to use the bathroom. Patterns will often emerge. You might discover that certain foods are your personal triggers. Once you identify them, you can begin to adjust. Another important factor is the water content of the food you eat in the evening. Some fruits and vegetables, like watermelon, cucumbers, celery, or soup-based meals, are packed with water. If you eat them close to bedtime, you are giving your body a lot of extra fluid to process overnight. That could be adding to your nocturia, even if you are not drinking much. Then there are drinks. We already mentioned limiting coffee, tea, and alcohol, but it is worth repeating. Caffeine and alcohol are double trouble. Not only do they stimulate your bladder, but they also make you produce more urine in general. If you enjoy an evening tea, try switching to a non-caffeinated, bladder-friendly herbal tea like chamomile or peppermint. But drink it earlier in the evening, not right before bed. Now, let us talk about what supports the bladder. An anti-inflammatory diet, that is one rich in whole grains, cooked vegetables, lean proteins like chicken or fish, and healthy fats such as olive oil, can help reduce bladder irritation and support overall urinary health. Cooked vegetables are easier on the bladder than raw ones. And foods rich in magnesium, like bananas or oatmeal, may help relax the bladder muscles. Finally, maintaining a healthy weight also plays a role. Excess weight can put added pressure on the bladder, making it harder to hold urine, especially at night. A study published in a leading urology journal found that individuals who lost even a moderate amount of weight saw real improvements in nocturia symptoms. So in short, what you eat matters. Listen to your body, make gradual adjustments, and remember, food is not just fuel. It is also a form of medicine when used wisely. Eating well in the evening is one of the most powerful ways you can set yourself up for a more peaceful, uninterrupted night's sleep. Tip 5. Train your bladder to hold more. Here is something many people have never even considered. You can actually train your bladder just like you train your muscles when you exercise. And just like building strength in your arms or legs, you can improve your bladder's ability to hold urine for longer periods of time. This is especially helpful during the day, but it also helps reduce those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips. As we get older, the bladder can become more sensitive. It may start to send signals to your brain saying, "I need to go," even when it is not full yet. Over time, this creates a habit of going more often, which in turn causes the bladder to hold less and less before feeling full. The good news is, this cycle can be reversed. The process is called bladder training. It is safe, free, and recommended by many healthcare providers. And it is something you can start doing today. The idea is simple. You gradually increase the amount of time between each trip to the bathroom during the day. If you usually urinate every hour, try waiting just 10 extra minutes. Once that feels manageable, increase it to 20 minutes. Over time, aim to stretch the interval to about 2 to 3 hours. It may feel uncomfortable at first, and that is okay. Your bladder is learning a new rhythm. This gradual process helps improve bladder capacity and control, which in turn reduces the number of times you feel the urge at night. By building that muscle memory during the day, your bladder becomes less jumpy at night. It also helps to keep a bladder diary. Simply note the times you urinate and how urgent the need felt. This can help you track your progress and spot patterns. You may find that you go more often when you are anxious or when you are drinking too many bladder irritants like caffeine or soda. Another part of bladder training includes pelvic floor exercises, also known as Kegels. These exercises help strengthen the muscles that support the bladder and control urination. They are especially helpful for both men and women who experience leakage or sudden urges. You can do them anytime, sitting, standing, or lying down. All it takes is a few minutes each day, and over time, they make a real difference. If you are unsure how to do Kegel exercises or want help starting a bladder training routine, ask your doctor or a physical therapist who specializes in pelvic health. There are also plenty of trusted online and guides created for older adults. Bladder training takes time and consistency, just like any habit. But many people who stick with it find that their bladder becomes much more predictable. That means fewer surprises during the day and fewer wake-ups at night. So be patient with yourself. Give your body the chance to relearn what it needs. And trust that, just like anything worth doing, small changes done daily can lead to big improvements over time, including better, deeper sleep. Tip 6. Review your medications. Some may be contributing. Sometimes the key to solving a problem is hidden in plain sight. If you are experiencing frequent nighttime urination, it may not just be about what you eat or drink. It could be related to the medications you are taking. And often, people do not realize that certain prescriptions, even ones they have been on for years, can quietly be contributing to nocturia. Let us start with one of the most common types, diuretics. These are medications often prescribed for high blood pressure, heart failure, or swelling in the legs. Their job is to help your body get rid of excess fluid. That means they naturally increase the amount of urine you produce. While they can be incredibly important for managing serious health conditions, taking them too late in the day can lead to frequent urination at night. So if you are on a diuretic, ask your doctor if it is possible to adjust the timing. For many people, taking their diuretic in the morning rather than the afternoon or evening can significantly reduce nighttime bathroom trips. It still gives the body a chance to eliminate extra fluid, but does so when you are awake and active, not when you are trying to rest. There are other medications that may also play a role. For example, some antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications can interfere with how your body handles fluids. Certain sleep aids may relax the muscles too much, including the bladder. Corticosteroids, which are often prescribed for inflammation, can also increase fluid retention and urination. The key is not to stop any medication on your own, but to have an open and informed conversation with your healthcare provider. Bring a list of all the medications and supplements you are currently taking, even over-the-counter ones. Ask whether any of them could be affecting your bladder or your sleep. Sometimes the solution is as simple as changing when you take the medication. In other cases, your doctor may be able to switch you to a similar drug that has fewer effects on urination. Either way, knowing how your body responds to medicine is an important step toward managing nocturia. You might also consider asking about medications that are specifically designed to treat frequent urination. There are prescription options such as those that help the bladder hold more urine or that regulate hormone levels related to fluid control. These may not be right for everyone, but for some people, they can be a real game changer. When you are dealing with sleep disruptions night after night, even small adjustments can lead to big relief. Reviewing your medications may not be the first thing you think of, but it just might be one of the most effective ways to reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom. Tip 7. Stay physically active during the day. When it comes to improving sleep and reducing nighttime urination, there is one powerful tool that often gets overlooked: movement. Staying physically active during the day does more than just keep your heart and muscles strong. It plays a direct role in how your body processes fluids, regulates hormones, and maintains bladder control. Let us break it down. Throughout the day, when we are active, walking, stretching, doing household chores, our blood circulates better. That circulation helps move fluids through the body more efficiently, which means less pooling in the legs and less work for your bladder overnight. On the other hand, if you are mostly sedentary, fluid tends to accumulate in your lower limbs. Later, when you lie down, that fluid shifts and your kidneys turn it into urine, which can lead to those frustrating wake-up calls during the night. By staying active, you help your body manage fluids naturally earlier in the day. This reduces the amount of urine your bladder has to hold overnight. It also supports your metabolism and helps regulate your internal body clock, which means better, deeper sleep overall. Now, physical activity does not have to mean running marathons. Gentle movement is enough. Walking for 20 to 30 minutes a day can make a real difference. You can break it up into shorter walks, you just say, for example, than 10 minutes after each meal. If walking is difficult, consider chair exercises, light stretching, or swimming if that is available to you. Another helpful option is adding pelvic floor exercises to your routine. These are also known as Kegel exercises. They work by strengthening the muscles that support your bladder and help control urination. These exercises are simple to learn and can be done anywhere, while sitting, lying down, or even watching television. Over time, they help improve bladder control, reduce urgency, and support overall pelvic health. The Urology Care Foundation reports that older adults who engage in regular exercise tend to have fewer urinary problems. Physical activity also helps with weight management, and maintaining a healthy weight is another key factor in reducing pressure on the bladder. There's also an emotional benefit. Movement helps reduce stress and anxiety, which are both known triggers for increased urination, especially at night. Exercise stimulates the release of endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters, and helps regulate cortisol levels, the hormone linked to stress. That means a calmer mind and a calmer bladder. So if you are dealing with nocturia, try to incorporate more movement into your daily routine. You do not need to join a gym or follow a strict workout plan. Just keep your body gently moving, stay consistent, and give your muscles, including your bladder, the chance to stay strong and balanced. By making physical activity part of your everyday rhythm, you are not just helping your bladder. You are improving your sleep, your mood, and your overall quality of life, one step at a time. Tip 8. Establish a consistent and calming bedtime routine. One of the most overlooked causes of frequent nighttime urination has nothing to do with your bladder. It has to do with your mind. Stress, anxiety, and inconsistent sleep habits can all throw your body's natural rhythms out of balance, including the ones that affect how often you wake up to use the bathroom. That is why building a regular calming bedtime routine is one of the most powerful tools you can use to reduce nocturia and improve your overall sleep quality. Let us start with something simple but often ignored: going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Yes, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock, also known as your circadian rhythm. When your sleep schedule is consistent, your body begins to anticipate rest at the right time. This can lead to deeper sleep, fewer wake-ups during the night, and better control over bodily functions like urination. Next, consider what you do in the hour before bed. Are you watching television? Scrolling through your phone or tablet? Reading the news? These might seem harmless, but they can be very stimulating, especially for the brain. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. And mentally stimulating content can increase stress hormones, which not only delay sleep but can make your bladder more sensitive during the night. Instead, focus on calming activities in that final hour. Try reading a light book, listening to soft music, practicing deep breathing, or doing gentle stretching. A warm bath or shower can also help relax your body and signal to your brain that it is time to wind down. Even lighting a candle or dimming the lights can help create a peaceful atmosphere that invites sleep. Stress is a huge factor in bladder sensitivity. When we are anxious, the body goes into a fight or flight mode, which includes tightening muscles and even around the bladder. That tension can lead to a more urgent need to urinate. So, part of managing nocturia is also managing your stress. And the most effective way to do that is to give your body and mind permission to slow down before sleep. Another helpful tip is to keep your bedroom as sleep-friendly as possible. Make sure it is cool, quiet, and dark. If outside noise is an issue, consider using a white noise machine or soft fan. If light comes through the window, blackout curtains can make a big difference. Your bedroom should feel like a retreat, a safe, peaceful place where your body knows it is time to rest and reset. When combined with the other tips we have discussed, a good bedtime routine becomes the glue that holds it all together. You may still wake up occasionally, but by setting the right tone before sleep, you are giving your mind and body the best possible chance for a calm, uninterrupted night. Remember, better sleep is not just about what happens after you close your eyes. It is about everything you do in the hours leading up to it. Choose calm, choose consistency, and trust that even small changes in your evening habits can lead to deeper rest and fewer trips to the bathroom. If you have made it this far, I want to thank you, not just for watching, but for taking the time to care for yourself. It means a lot. Sleep is not a luxury. It is essential. And when you are waking up multiple times a night to use the bathroom, it takes a toll, not just on your rest, but on your energy, your mood, your memory, and your overall well-being. But what we have talked about today shows something powerful, that change is possible. Nocturia is common, yes, but it is not untouchable. Whether it is adjusting your fluid intake, elevating your legs, improving your diet, training your bladder, checking your medication, staying active, or setting a calming bedtime routine, each of these steps can bring you closer to the peaceful sleep you deserve. Maybe you will start with just one change tonight, maybe two, and that is more than enough. Progress does not come from doing everything at once. It comes from choosing to take care of yourself one day and one night at a time. And remember this, you are not alone. So many others, older adults across the country, are walking this same path. And at Elders Insight, we are here to walk it with you. Our mission is to bring clarity, compassion, and practical support to people like you. People who still believe in learning, improving, and living with dignity. If this video helped you, we would love to hear from you in the comments. Share your experience, ask a question, or simply say hello. And if you have not already, consider subscribing to our channel. We have more videos coming on health, sleep, aging, and everyday wellness, all designed with you in mind. You deserve rest. You deserve peace. And tonight, may you begin to reclaim both. Take care of yourself. And until next time, sleep well.